Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. And sitting beside me now is the co-founder of Clarity Med Spa, and she's also the North American distributor of Lure Face and Body Cups. Please welcome Linda Murphy to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks so much, Linda. And maybe we can talk about how we met.
Oh, we met, our first date was about a month ago. And you found me at the Holistic Beauty Expo in Toronto. It's the first event, it was her first event, the girl that organized the event, and she did an outstanding job.
For her first time.
It was small, but it was very curated. The vendors were great. I was a vendor there representing the Lure Cups.
Yes.
And the guests were awesome. They were extremely curious, and that's what I like in attendees at any event, is that people are curious. So it was great, and you were curious, and you came and spoke to me.
That's right. I'm like,
what
you got? You got some cups.
Yeah, exactly.
And I asked you to show me how cups work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that. So your background is actually marketing and sales, and then you got into what you're doing now. So can you tell us the journey? How did that happen?
Well, my journey started with, I went to school and I graduated and I sold advertising for a number of years, and then I met my husband at work, so it was a good thing we were fishing off the company pier, and I met him. And then when we had children, I had that downtime in my sales career to just think about what I really wanted to do next. And in that time, I transitioned towards the beauty industry and medical aesthetics, because my sister's a registered nurse. She's also a clinical trainer for all things laser and medical aesthetics. And on one of those days, I think I told you, she said, why don't we try this? And I went, okay, why not? And 18 years later, I'm in the medical aesthetics industry and absolutely loving it.
Fantastic.
And if you had asked me 19 years ago, or said to me, predicted that, oh, Linda, you're going to be in the beauty industry, I would have said, oh, there's just no way I'm not. Like you don't know me. That is not. And here I am, and it's really awesome. It's really great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it's kind of similar to my story. I mean, I was a professor in ECE in community development. I had no clue about starting a talk show. So it's just one of those leaps of faith you take, and then just one step at a time.
Yeah, leap of faith. It's trust the dance and follow what your heart says. And if you're really, if you just really feel it and you do your homework around it, of course you have to prepare, it just unfolds, and it's been fantastic for me. I'm really grateful, extremely grateful.
And when you're open, all these wonderful people come
absolutely
to celebrate you and to make this alignment even stronger. So
yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Very good. So who are the typical clients that come to visit you at the spa? And where is it, by the way?
So the medical spa that I operate is in Toronto. It's Midtown, I guess, central Midtown. I have to ask David what the category of my neighborhood is, but it's Rosedale, and we're on the subway line. And our client, typical, could be male or female. I would say, depending, the bulk of the business, the bulk of the new people, the new friends that we make are between ages 35 and 65. We have some younger that if they have problems with their skin and they need medical aesthetic attention with either lasers, or they need the guidance of a nurse or a doctor. But the bulk of it is 35 and up. And it's just people that are wanting to fight aging or defy, or just tweak things that
conquer aging.
Yeah, exactly. Or they just want to tweak things with their body or their appearance, or that'll make them feel better.
Yeah,
that's what we do. We help people feel better about themselves.
And it's non-invasive, so
it's all non-invasive. So we operate with we don't do anything that's surgical. We'll refer if someone needs that, but we've got a plethora of lasers, and we've got lasers for pretty much every problem. And we also do injections, and then we've got facials and treatments that are non-invasive but that are medical grade, and they're meant to do something. They're very relaxing, but they're also meant to solve a solution. Those are the types of people that we attract, people that want a solution to something that's specific. and we
Okay.
try to help them.
So what's the common solution you find?
Oh, well, Botox is pretty hot.
Botox.
So Botox is huge. Cool sculpting, which is fat freezing, so targeting little problem fat pockets. Just aging skin and wrinkles, depending on how you're aging, depending on your genetics. Not everybody marches down that timeline the same way. So it could be anything. It could be scarring from acne. From
What about stretch marks?
Stretch marks?
Uh-huh.
We can work with those. And there's there are options for stretch marks. It just depends on how deep they are.
Okay, excellent. So I think you addressed this before for the people who work out tirelessly, they eat right, they eat clean, but there's this pockets of fat that's just not going anywhere, and they're not even paying rent. They're just hanging out.
I know. What's with that?
So what do you do?
So what we do is we assess people, and it's really great when someone comes for a consultation. Within about 30 seconds, I've got my hands on their bodies, so it's awesome. And I will grab and manipulate and touch the fat pockets that are not making them happy. I will grab them and manipulate them and decide what type of fat it is and what's it best suited for. Typically, people come with, they are fit, they're working out, they're eating clean, and then there's just that thing that's hanging on that isn't moving. So with cool sculpting, we're using cryolipolysis. So cryo is freezing, lipo is fat, lysis is destruction. So we are destroying fat with freezing.
And the fat doesn't come back. It's gone, right?
Gone.
Okay.
It is gone. So I will qualify. The fat cells we destroy are in fact destroyed. So they're gone. On any one grab, like if I was just to grab like a little handful like that, probably 25% of that fat within 60, 90, 120 days, you'll see a 25% reduction in that area, which is significant. Because if you've got that problem area on your waist or your arms or the chin, this is huge as we're aging, or the midriff, like where did that come from? We can just freeze those little pockets. A lot of people, as they start to age and they have this problem fat, if they diet for it, they end up losing it in other places like their face. So even for someone like myself, if I try to diet, I end up losing it where I don't want to lose it.
So your face gets smaller.
Yeah, and then my husband says, he declares an intervention because I'm starting to look like a skeleton with some skin on it. So I just freeze my fat.
Freeze
There
it.
you go, freeze it. Hashtag freeze your fat.
Oh, I love it. Now, before me are some cups. For the face and for the body.
Yes.
And you gave me a quick demonstration on how cupping works. Now, the first time I was introduced to cupping, I saw the evidence of it on the arms of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes.
And on her back, there was like some redness. And she says, oh, yeah, well, I love cupping, and cupping does this. And I was like, what is cupping?
Yes. Well,
So.
Gwyneth was rocking the cupping marks. Michael Phelps was sporting the cupping marks. And when you see people with big round circles on their backs, they've had stationary cupping. And that's usually therapeutic cupping. So what happens is something like this. It could look like this. It could be glass. It could be silicone. We work with food-grade silicone cups. But these are positioned on the parts of the body to draw circulation to that area.
Can you show us how that
Yeah,
works?
well, I'd have to bare my stomach or something, but what we do is we just squish it on.
Squish it on?
And it just parks on there.
Okay.
So if you're dealing with it therapeutic, you're just squishing on the cup and you're leaving it there for 10, 15 minutes and you're drawing blood to that area. You're releasing tension. You can even do it with yourself. You can put little cups on your shoulders, which feel fantastic if you're driving or you're on the airplane or you're on your computer. You can just place them in tension points and just create so much relief. So we have those. We also have cups for cellulite, and we have cups for tight IT bands. So if someone was tight in the legs or their hip flexors, you can put this same cup on your body, and you would use a gliding agent like body oil or coconut oil, or if you're in the shower, those bits and pieces of hair conditioner that you thought, why do I have all these little bottles of air conditioner that I never use. They're amazing as a gliding agent. So you put your gliding agent on your leg or your arms or your tummy or whatever's sore, and you just suction this thing on, it grabs on, and you just glide up, down, all around, zigzag, and you're releasing the fascia. So some people will use foam rolling to release their fascia. This is reverse engineering. Rather than crushing the fascia into the muscle, we are pulling the fascia away. You will see, you will feel the circulation. You won't see it. You'll feel the circulation. You will see an improvement in cellulite.
Fantastic.
So when I was introduced to cupping, I was motivated purely by pain in my legs. And it was dealing with the tightness in my legs that I realized a few days later, it's like, oh, these legs are looking pretty good. Like actually the one leg, because I was really working the one leg. So the one leg was really looking good. And I thought, okay, I'm going to call and find out and learn more about this. And it just stumbled upon, and now we're the North American distributor for lure cups.
I love how that works.
Yeah, and food grade, you know, it's safe, no BPAs. When they're in motion, there's no bruising. And it's just something that's beautiful, that's non-invasive, and it supports your appearance, and it's good for you. It supports your mobility and your circulation.
Fantastic.
Like with your knee, you said you had a sore knee.
Yeah, I was trying to be cute yesterday in heels up and down Front Street downtown.
Yeah, and if you've got nice strong legs, you're going to have tight IT bands, and just to release some pressure in there and around your knee, get the blood flowing, it's amazing.
Okay.
So maybe between, I'll get some oil on your legs and
we'll do
just cup you. Yeah, people are into that. We have some takers.
Some takers for sure. Linda, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. And how can people reach out?
Well, they can reach out to me. They can go to claritymedspa.ca. And I'm in Toronto. We're on Instagram, Clarity Med Spa, TO. You can email me, and if anyone has questions about any of our services, no matter where you are in the world, I will answer anybody's emails, within reason. Like I won't write you a book or anything, but if you've got questions and you don't know how to approach, and you're in another market, your listeners or your viewers, it's my pleasure to help anybody out. Just email me, and it's email@claritymedspa.ca, and that's our website, and you can even say, attention Linda, and I will just respond.
And Nikki sent you.
Yeah, Nikki sent you. That'll be the one. Awesome. Saw you on Nikki.
Fantastic. Linda Murphy, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be back. All right, thank you for joining us here at the Nikki Clarke Show live at the Paintbox Bistro. And we have a lovely lady who's got a great event coming up in the community to boost everyone's knowledge of wellness and how wellness can really benefit everyone. And also, she's got a strong background in finances. So please welcome to the show, Lucien Atkins.
Thank you, Nikki. It's a pleasure
welcome.
to be here today.
Thank you for being here. And I know there was a little bit of a challenge getting here, so God bless you for making it.
Thank
That's
you.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And I like how you're blending in with everything. This is great. Everybody did such a beautiful job.
Yes.
You're looking very, very lovely. So
Thank you.
we sat together and we were chit-chatting, and you put this in my hand. So this little green packet is lipid care tea, and you said just hold this up because this started everything. So I'm going to get you to explain what that means.
Thank you. I call it the power of a tea bag.
Okay.
So a little over 90 days ago, I decided I've been a business advisor and a financial advisor for over 17 years.
17. Okay.
Chasing my dreams, running after my dreams, meeting with people in the community, servicing businesses. And I took a look at that bucket list, right? And I said, how is it that I'm not able to fit everything in? And the wheel keeps going and going and going. So a little over 90 days ago, I decided I would just press pause and get everything straightened out. Day 2 of that exciting journey, I tried this tea bag that a friend had given me. It had been in my cupboard for over 2 years. But I decided, hey, I
2
haven't-
years.
2 years.
What's the expiry date?
Actually, the way that they're packaged, they last for quite a while.
Okay, good.
So I thought, hey, I'm on a healthy journey. Let me try some healthy tea. I didn't know what it was. I, had the tea. And the next day I woke up with more energy. I thought, okay, this is good. I thought nothing of it.
Right.
Until on my morning route, after dropping my little one to school, the car knows that it usually turns into a major coffee supplier every morning. The car knows.
Yes.
But this
Especially
morning I was
facilitated through a drive-through experience.
Yes. This morning, I decided I didn't need that. And this is over 4 years. It's a morning routine. And I had to ask myself, are you sure, Lucian, you don't want that coffee? And I said, nope, I don't. I went home, went about my day, and I took a look at the packet that was on my counter, and I thought, could it be? Funny enough, later that day, I had a meeting at the same supplier of, hot beverages. I had a meeting there, and I didn't want anything in the restaurant. When I got home, I called the company because I said, something's going on with this. They invited me down to take a test. They have a small machine, 2 minutes, you put your finger on it, it reads everything going on with your body, and I was hooked. And so this little tea bag is actually what started my journey into wanting to share wellness and wanting to encourage everyone to just stop. Stop for just a minute and check in with yourself. Find out what's going on with you, because we all know the days go by so quickly that we hardly have a chance.
Okay, so that's a fantastic story. So make some noise for that. That's a testimony to basically you just kind of got control of the habits
Yes.
that was controlling you, basically.
Yes.
And you just said, okay, it's not a healthy thing being so hooked to, it was, I guess, caffeine in the
Yes.
coffee. And then you got your life back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You conquered that, so it's amazing.
Yes.
More than a conqueror, coffee conqueror.
Absolutely.
So I need you to help me with Diet Coke.
Oh, okay.
That is my kryptonite.
Well, I'm not a health practitioner, but I would suggest.
But you know people that could.
I know
yeah,
people.
okay.
And I actually would suggest trying this because it does help to shut down cravings and it regulates the lipids in our body.
Okay.
So-
Lipids would be the nice word for fat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's the good energy that we need from the fat.
Okay.
So it helps to regulate that. And more importantly, that is the reason for this upcoming event on June 10th at Revival Time Tabernacle.
Okay.
It's a Men's Health Day event.
All right.
Yes, and this great little company is actually, they're bringing their team out, and they will be providing free bio tests, takes 2 minutes, so that people in the audience, people who attend, can just get a check-in and see what's going on with their body. So I'm absolutely excited.
And this is free?
It's a free event, and we are just amazed with all the sponsors that have come on board to support this event. It's fantastic.
Well, I mean, I like that it supports men's health because very often the focus is, women and children who tend to be, the more attention grabbing where, vulnerability is concerned. But men have just as many issues, but I guess they're socialized not to talk about them.
Yes.
As publicly as maybe women do. So this is fantastic. And how long of a day is it? Is it a full day of
It's a
wellness?
half a day.
Half a
So
day.
it's Saturday, June 12th from 12 to 4. The beautiful part is that courtesy of Lawrence Kerr Photography, the award-winning
know him. He's
photographer,
great. Yeah.
and our...
He's taken
our-
my picture.
Yes,
once or
mine
twice.
too. Many people, he's quite famous. And also our platinum sponsor, I would say, that's Mr. Barrington Lewis. He is a world-class real estate sales representative. Courtesy of Mr. Barrington, he has actually sponsored this photo booth for fathers.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. Very
Yes.
nice. And next weekend, is it Father's Day?
It is not Father's Day on that weekend, June 10th, but
Okay.
it comes just in time because the following weekend is Father's Day.
Father's Day, okay.
Right.
I know it keeps changing the days,
Yeah.
what Sunday will be, but that's great, and it's perfect timing. So I totally, I applaud you in putting this together, facilitating this platform for men's health. That is very, very important. Now you've got something on the table. Let's take a look at that.
Oh, yes, I do.
Nice, attractive
So,
gold box.
This box right here is courtesy of another sponsor. They are called Fundraisers Gold, and they've been helping me through Organo, a great company. They've been helping me raise funds as we go out to different events. We're doing a walk this Sunday, and they'll be on board with a signature drink.
Okay.
So they've been really helping this fundraising initiative, and I want to really thank them for that. And on the left, we have an upcoming event specifically for entrepreneurs. So this is for the busy entrepreneur that wants to do a check-in with their marketing, their digital communication, and I'll actually be a speaker at that one as well, hosting a fireside.
When is that?
That is June 15th.
June 15th. Okay, so
Yes.
2 great events coming up really soon. June 10th, where's that going to be?
June 10th is going to be at Revival Time Tabernacle, 4640 Dufferin Street.
Okay,
And all of these events are in support of the Etobicoke General Hospital.
excellent, excellent. And why that hospital?
Well, Nikki, many people don't realize that that little hospital actually serves Mississauga, Malton, and Etobicoke. For quite a while, it's actually served the city of Vaughan. And it's the first time in 42 years that it's actually having a renovation. And what's really important is that if we take a look at the community, we know the communities that surround it include Humber College, and it actually includes the airport. So this means that if anything should go wrong with one of your loved ones as they're flying in or out of YYZ, it's the Etobicoke General Hospital that they're going to be shipped to.
Okay, that's good to know.
And I just want to encourage everyone to just take a stop and let's invest, let's support the community, let's do what we can because we may need the hospital one day.
Yeah, well, health is wealth. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I wonder if the men would like to get involved in some cupping. I have a friend, Linda Murphy.
Okay.
She's got cups for the
Quite
face and body.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yes.
So are you looking for more sponsors or for people to volunteer
Well,
that day? Or
Nikki, absolutely. But more importantly, we're looking for other community groups that would be willing over the next year and a half to do small men's chats, clinics, and as well women's clinics. Well, we call them clinics, but they're really just a way to gather and share information. So that's more importantly what we're looking for.
Okay, excellent. And how can they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. They can get in touch with me via the website, which is legacytoday.ca, as well as on Facebook. I'm Lucian Atkins, and my company is The Profit Pathway.
Okay, I love it. Well, best of luck to you. I'm going to try to make it out to both events, or
That'd be
one
great.
or the other, but definitely you have my heart support, and I encourage everybody to come out and support everything that you're doing. So, Lucian, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nikki.
And I
This was
appreciate
great.
it. Okay,
Appreciate
we'll be
it.
back.